Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I'll be doing something a little bit different, a little bit fun, at least I hope it's a little bit fun, and a little bit of speculation will be in this video. Actually, quite a bit of speculation, because the 10-year anniversary sale and event will be coming up for War Thunder in the next few weeks. That's right. If you are like me and you've been playing this game for 9.5, 10 years, you've been with it for the majority of the time, and this is a huge event, and I'm sure that that is not lost on Gaijin. At least I'm hoping the hugeness of this event is not lost on Gaijin, because for any game, much less a free-to-play game from a not-known developer around the world, to last for 10 years and still be growing at the 10-year mark is absolutely incredible. So first off, let's just give a round of applause to War Thunder for lasting so long. Despite all of the issues with War Thunder, it is still going on and still going strong, so really cool. That said, we are getting into some speculation in this video. That is the point of the video. Some of it will be pretty down to earth, pretty obvious. Some of it might be a little bit out there, but with this anniversary, anything might go. Who knows, you know, we might get some crazy event happening. We might get crazy sales, free vehicles, who knows? So I'm gonna just list the things that I think might happen and some of the things that are unlikely to happen, but still might happen. So first and foremost, that said, of course, there is going to be a sale. Typically, there is going to be a sale with every anniversary. If I'm not mistaken, it's been happening pretty much for about the last 10 years. Well, once we reach the anniversary. So I don't see any reason for them not to do it, especially at this huge part of their history, the 10-year anniversary. Typically, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 50% sale. I actually have a video with the War Thunder calendar, or at least my reconstruction of the War Thunder calendar, linked below, that kind of shows all of the sales and all that. But either way, this is typically going to be around a 50% sale on SL vehicles, talismans, GE vehicles, premium packs. Oftentimes in the past, they've done bundles. They might do bundles, solo sales for 30%. Who knows? But this is likely going to be as big of a sale. Previously, I do not see them making this a bigger sale than that, but they might bring back some other vehicles from the past. So what I'm kind of thinking is they might bring back Herman the German Sherman. So that's right, the German Sherman. That was a premium Sherman that was introduced as one of the first ground vehicles in game. It was actually a premium bundle with the German ground tech tree, and actually Herman the German Sherman is the first Sherman in all of War Thunder. That's right, the first Sherman is actually a captured Sherman fighting for the Germans. Really weird piece of War Thunder history there, but that is how it is. Additionally, we might see the prototype T-34. We might also see some other vehicles that went away in the past. We might see, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the XP-38G that was removed and replaced with the YP-38. We might see some previous event vehicles coming back. Who knows? So it's likely going to be a pretty big thing. Additionally, when it comes to sale items, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this continued trend with loot boxes. So if you guys aren't aware of it, War Thunder, Gaijin really, with War Thunder, has been releasing tons of loot boxes with pretty much every major event that you can purchase for 10,000 silver lions, with the key costing 50,000 silver lions. So pretty much you're spending 60,000 silver lions to get the chest and the key, and from that you can win any number of things. So silver lions, previous event vehicles, and all of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they bring that back. They're probably not going to increase the win rate on those. If you guys didn't know, the win rate on those is atrocious. Of course, I've heard of people getting IS-7s in them, but the chances of a win on anything, much less an IS-7, are incredibly unlikely. But I do foresee something like that coming. It really makes a lot of sense, and I'm not opposed to it, but just be aware whenever that comes out that the win chances are going to be extremely low for any vehicle, much less the best of those vehicles. In short though, kind of what I expect is that War Thunder will bring back at least a good amount of vehicles for sale that you will be able to purchase, maybe like the original P47D, just a whole bunch of vehicles like that. Now, something that a lot of people are really into the idea of, and that we've kind of seen over the last few anniversaries, is the mouse coming back. So I kind of see this as coming back as an event. Typically, it comes back as a grinding event. You pretty much just have to start the grind on the mouse. So I believe it's like rank 4, rank 5 German ground. And then once you start that grind, that's really it. You get to keep it forever. So if you even put 1 RP into the mouse, then it doesn't matter if the event would end. You get to keep grinding it after the event ended, so long as you have any amount of RP in it. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but I wouldn't be surprised, especially if we see the Flak Panzer Coelian, if we see the Panther 2, and the King Tiger 10.5. All of those vehicles, I would not be too surprised. Again, typically, War Thunder had input the mouse, at least in previous events, but being that this is the 10-year anniversary sale, I wouldn't be too surprised if we got one or all of those vehicles in here. But if I'm going to bet on any one of those vehicles most likely coming to War Thunder, in addition to the mouse or even instead of the mouse, it'll likely be the Panther 2 just due to its versatility and the fact that most people kind of want that over the other vehicles that have been removed previously. Now bear in mind, again, this is all speculation and there's a good chance that Gaijin might just treat this like a regular anniversary. Maybe we're a little bit spoiled, maybe that kind of seems like it sucks, but hey, you never know. I mean, Gaijin doesn't really necessarily give players more power. They've been kind of tending to take power away from the players by increasing costs here and there and just kind of doing it very subtly. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they keep that trend up and just kind of either maintain the course with this anniversary, maybe even it's going to be a little bit more disappointing than previous anniversaries. So don't get your hopes up all too much. But with that disclaimer out of the way, I do have a little bit more speculation as to what might happen. Again, this is supposed to be a fun video, but I think that they might make a kind of mini event. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get an event vehicle, kind of like with the IS-2, what was it, like number 431 or whatever it was that we got a few months ago. I wouldn't be too surprised if we get this really cool event vehicle like that, maybe some skins, maybe some decals, a new title. It would be really cool if maybe there was like a new event prize, maybe like a new version of a vehicle. Maybe they'll bring back some Twitch drops that you can just buy with GE. Who knows? I'm sure a lot of people will be really into that. And Gaijin, if you're watching this, you still have a few weeks left to implement these really cool ideas. If you want, check out the comments below because I'm sure some of my viewers and commenters are going to be giving a lot of really cool ideas. So definitely check those out, Gaijin, because they could help you win a lot of the player base back that might be kind of looking at you in a little bit of a sour manner. Now that said though, there's not all too much left that I could kind of think might happen here. So I think that they might bring out some tournaments. So previously, in the past years ago, we had the tournaments where you could win the E100. The E100 is famously one of the rarest vehicles in all of War Thunder. And despite playing 8.0-ish ground fairly often, I've seen maybe 2 E100s, maybe 3 in my entire life that weren't on Fly Daily videos. So the E100 is an incredibly rare variant, pretty much a variant of the mouse. And even though it was its own tank, it's pretty much functioning like the mouse, except it's a bit lighter with about the same armor. So it's a very, very cool thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring that back in a tournament, maybe give out loads of GE, but to see a tournament coming for the War Thunder anniversary, especially after they've been trying to make it so that this game is very much esports ready, I would hope they would do that. That'd be a lot of fun, especially if they don't really make it something that you have to like sign up for, but you just kind of passively participate in. That would be awesome. A lot of people will be really into that, and I can guarantee you that that would win a lot of hearts and minds. Now, as I make this video, there aren't really as many crazy ideas as I thought. I think that this is a lot of content. Most of what I said thus far in this video, I do not think will actually come in the anniversary sale. Maybe bits and pieces of the ideas I have will come in the anniversary sale. Purely from coincidence, Gaijin is probably not going to be watching this video and saying, good idea, let's put this in. I doubt that they're going to do that, but finally, let's get into some kind of wacky ideas here that actually might still happen. So as many of you guys know, War Thunder is very famous for its April Fool's Day pranks or their events. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we get 1, 2, 3, or even all of those back. To be able to get the Gaijilla event would be amazing. So many people would want to do that, and this is the perfect time to do that. That would be incredible. I mean, imagine that, a giant 10-year anniversary Gaijilla event. That would be awesome. awesome. Maybe the Flying Ponies in the Sky event, a lot of people were really into that. That would be awesome. I would love to see the UFOs come back. I would love to see, and a lot of people really, I wish that more people could have actually played this, but years ago there was a Potato Tank event and also a Walker event. They were actually in the same exact April Fools. Potato Tank and the Walkers. It was absolutely awesome. I love those events, and I would love to see them come back here. And of course, we can't forget the Tailspin event and the Submarine event as well as even the Space event. I mean, they would all be really, really cool to see come back. I don't really know if we're going to get those back, but man, if you guys still have those in the files and it wouldn't take much to recreate, why not? And now for probably the least likely idea that I think will actually happen with the 10-year anniversary event is probably going to be some sort of a specialty event, like a big event like the crafting event, Operation Summer, Winter. You guys know how those are. Previously, we had World War Mode. Now, that is a very big event in and of itself and requires a lot of coordination. I've seen some stuff, at least the European Canadian had mentioned something about a data mine showing some things in World War Mode. Hopefully they bring it back. I doubt they're going to bring it back for the 10-year anniversary event. I mean, heck, if they brought everything back that I mentioned in this video, you know how much time that would take and how diffuse the player base would be playing every single different game mode. I mean, they'd be getting a ton of people playing War Thunder, but you'd only have like 1,000 people playing this, 1,000 people playing that, this, that, and the other thing. It would be so diffuse that would actually probably cause some issues. But having a World War Mode or having some sort of a World War II Chronicles event would be absolutely awesome. Kind of an extension of what I had mentioned before with the IS-2 event that we had earlier this year, where you got that free IS-2 just by playing the game. I feel like that would be absolutely awesome. I mean, ultimately, and this kind of goes with every single thing that I mentioned in this video, why not? All these things would help Gaijin tremendously, winning hearts and minds for the players. It would be tremendous to see them going back to their roots and making this game about the players, bringing back what the players want, even if just for a fleeting time. It would make a lot of people really love War Thunder again, come back, even if it's only for a few weeks. People would really love it. And speaking of something I did not mention yet, in the recent Fire and Ice dev server live stream, Mike Goes Boom had actually mentioned that we should probably be able to see the anniversary sale, give or take around November 5th. So if you guys are looking for a date for that to happen, again, November 5th, most likely. But if you guys want, you also want to support me, check out my calendar video below, because it also has every other sale event, every other sale, every other event, and then some, holidays, you name it. I've got it in that video down below. But either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I am very interested to see your opinions, to read your opinions. I actually read pretty much every single comment, at least that I can. And I'm sure that Gaijin, some people who work for Gaijin, even if it's just a social media outreach manager, might be looking at these comments and hey, who knows, maybe they can pass some of these ideas along to Gaijin that you guys put down there. So definitely give your ideas, put them in the comments below. I want to see what you guys want for the 10-year anniversary sale and event. This is a really big deal in War Thunder's history. This is rare air. Not every game makes it to this point, and most games that make it to this point have a declining player base, but War Thunder seems to only be getting stronger. But that said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.